Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. Alright, it's Sunday, and you may recall a few months ago I did a vlog about a problem I had with a plug in the toilet in the sewer line. And the maintenance people came in then and spent about 2 days working on it. Eventually could just determine that they couldn't fix it on their own and actually had to call in a professional plumber to deal with it. Well, it looked like they had fixed it and it worked for quite a while. Well, it stopped working last night or yesterday afternoon, and I think there's a plug in the sewer line again at the same place. So I have contacted the maintenance people, and they're supposed to be here sometime today to deal with this. Now that kind of means that I'm not going to be able to go out and do a whole lot today, but I wanted to get this out of the way and kind of explain to you what's going on. What it's going to do is it's going to give me a little bit of time to prepare and do some research for a vlog that I got coming up hopefully this week. So we'll keep that going, and hopefully, because we have new management team and new maintenance people in the building, hopefully they'll do a better job and get this corrected this time. Fortunately, like I said, I caught it quickly enough that it didn't really cause a big problem. Before it was really gross because I didn't understand the nature of the problem, and because it wasn't actually a plug in the toilet itself, but somewhere in the sewer line. What was happening is if I'd use the toilet upstairs or the sink upstairs or something like that, water would backflow into the toilet, and so all of a sudden all sorts of nastiness would start coming up in the toilet. Well, I discovered that was what the problem was real quick, and was able to figure out what I could and could not use. And fortunately, the guest bathroom is still completely functional because it seems to drain into the sewer line after the blockage. So I still have functioning bathroom, and I'll just have to work around it for a while. Now, one other thing, while I'm a couple days ahead of you probably won't be watching this until Tuesday. Like I said, it's actually Sunday right now, and my vlog about the new microphone actually went live last night. So I am really grateful that you guys like the sound of the mic. I do still think there's a little bit of improvement on it. Maybe it's because I'm a recording engineer and kind of have the ears, but the new mic sounds a little boomy to me. Now maybe that's fine, maybe that doesn't bother you as much as it bothers me, but I still think there's room for improvement. And I think one of the things I'm going to do is just kind of experiment with different placement of the mic. Sometimes if you place the mic a little bit lower, a little bit further away from your mouth, you'll find that it doesn't get as boomy. There's something called proximity effect with a microphone, and you get the mic really, really close to your mouth and it sounds really boomy because it's picking up all the low end. But you move the mic a little bit further away, you get a more natural sound. So I'm playing with that a little bit to see if I can figure that out. There's also, as I mentioned when I showed you that video, there's a feature called a high pass filter, which is designed really to reduce like wind noise and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to experiment a little bit with playing with a high pass filter, because maybe if I can filter out that low end a little bit, it'll have a little bit more of a natural sound to me. So we can do that. I'm also kind of messing around with equalization during the editing process, but I'd rather not do that if I can. That's kind of a last ditch effort if nothing else works, because it's always better in a recording situation to get the best recording you can rather than try and fix it later on. That's just a good rule for recording. So anyway, we're going to keep playing with that, and we'll see if we can improve the process even more. But I am glad that you guys seem to universally like the new sound, so we'll keep using this thing. I still think there are going to be cases where it makes more sense to use the mic, the omnidirectional mic on the camera. Like the other day when I went to the Miss Nellie's pretty place, and I disconnected the mic just so you get kind of more of the sounds in nature. That's probably going to be a good opportunity to use that. But when I'm talking to you specifically, and when I want to filter out either wind noise or just background noise and that kind of stuff, I do think that this mic is better and can only continue to get better. So I was out running some errands today, and I began hearing like music off in the distance. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I kind of walked around for a little while trying to trace down where it was coming from. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out exactly where it was. So I said, okay, well, there's like a couple of like performance places around the area. So I'm going to get in the car and just kind of drive around and see if I can figure out what's going on, where this music was coming from. And I was driving around with the windows open. And all of a sudden I figured out it was in this parking lot. This guy's music is so loud that I was hearing him like a half a mile away. It was amazing. And I got here and I was going to do a little filming of him. And then right when I arrived, he decided to stop and take a break. So I just kind of wandered around the shopping center a little bit. And I just heard he's starting to play again. So we're going to go over and listen to him a little bit. So you see that stuff all the time over in California, but it's not very common that you see something like that here. So, you know, when I heard that, I just figured I gotta go figure out where that's coming from, and I'm actually glad I did. That was some good content. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night.